Hey, how's it going YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm talking about what the Anthony Davis trade is going to mean for the entire NBA. Now in this video I'm be getting to both parties involved, the Lakers and the Pelicans, and how it affects them, and then I'm also be getting to how it affects the NBA as a whole. So I'm be getting to all that in this video, and I really think y'all are going to enjoy it. So if you do enjoy the video, aim point, like button, and subscribe button, and the word to me. And without further ado, without rambling on too much, just get right into this video. Alright, so the first thing that this trade is going to affect, I'm getting to is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, the Pelicans, they're the ones, obviously, they lost Anthony Davis, which sucks, but they now have a chance to be a legit huge problem in the future. As, I mean, look at their young core that they now have. And this is assuming they can re-sign all of them when they are free agents, as I think Brandon Ingram is a free agent next year, and Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart are free agents in 2 years from now. So, assuming that they can re-sign all these young guys, they have chances to be a very, very dominant team. Because if Lonzo Ball keeps developing the way he is, he has a chance to legit become a star. As in my opinion, I'm a Pelicans fan, but before this trade even happened, I was a really big fan of Lonzo. I always defended him. He's an extremely underrated defensive guard. He can see the ball, he can see the court very well. In my opinion, is a jump shot away from being an all-star level player, and I think Lonzo Ball will end up being an all-star level player in the future. But then also they have Brandon Ingram, who has developed over years and shown flashes of the reason why he was picked so high. So there is still a chance that Brandon Ingram does become that unbelievably very hard to stop force that we once did think that he would become. So he's still developing as well. And then Josh Hart, he will be able to fulfill the bench, as one of the Pelicans' biggest flaws is that bench. And I mean, because when you look at the starting lineup, Elfrid Payton, Jrue Holiday, E'Twaun Moore, Julius Randle, and Anthony Davis last year, that's not a bad starting lineup. But then when you look at the bench, that's when it really starts to become a problem. So I think, Josh Hart coming off the bench will be a huge, huge upgrade over anyone that is currently on the bench. So I think Josh Hart's going to be helping there. But also, not only do they get that and those young assets and who's going to help them in the future, but they're also having a stockpile of picks, as now they have obviously the 4th overall pick this year, which they can either use in a trade, or they could just pick someone with the number 4 overall pick, and it will still be a very good young prospect in this draft. Really, no matter what you do with the 4th overall pick, will be good and help your organization no matter pretty much what you do with that. And Bradley Beal has also been in rumors for the 4th overall pick trade. So, I mean, there's a ton of opportunities for David Griffin and the Pelicans to bring this anyway, and he has set them up very, very well. But not only do they have that 4th overall pick, but they do have the number 1 overall pick still. So, I mean, they're going to be able to pair Zion Williamson with potentially a DeAndre Hunter or anyone like that. I mean, they have a ton and tons of possibilities of what they could possibly do. But then also, not only do they have those 2 picks this year, but they have a top 8 protected pick in 2021. And if it does fall into the protection in 2021, it turns into an unprotected pick in 2022. And then they have pick swap rights in 2023 and the unprotected pick in 2024 and the right to defer that pick to 2025. So really, for the next 7 to 6 years, they have all the Lakers' first round picks and the rights to them. So, I mean, they have a chance to stockpile and have probably the best young team in the NBA at this point. They went from not having much of a young core at all to having one of the best young cores in the entire NBA. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Once LeBron retires, or his contract's up and he leaves the Lakers or retires, Anthony Davis is going to have no one to play with. Because, I mean, yes, they're probably going to win championship next year and probably a year after that, because that's just how good of players Anthony Davis and LeBron are. But the second LeBron leaves, we already seen Anthony Davis cannot carry a team by himself. And, I mean, the Lakers are going to have a worse supporting cast than the Pelicans did because of how little cap space they had. Their supporting cast this year is going to be absolutely atrocious, most likely. So, I mean, I would not be surprised at all once LeBron leaves, they become a high lottery team, but they will not have any of those picks to help build up the team, and the Pelicans will have those picks. So that means that they will probably be picking the lottery a couple times. They have 2 top 5 picks this year. They already have tons of young, high quality talent on the roster, and now you're adding all these picks in the future that are going to be high lottery picks. Plus, they have a ton of 2nd round picks that they can probably swap or just use them from the Washington Wizards when they traded. I forgot who they traded there, but I know they got a couple 2nd round picks from the Milwaukee Bucks. So they are stockpiled on picks, and the Pelicans are pretty much set for the future, and they made a trade for the long term instead of the short term. And I mean, And the Pelicans, they might be a playoff team next year, which would be pretty cool. But I mean, I would actually rather them be a lottery team again. Help them possibly get 2 lottery picks next year. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't even know. But yeah, the Pelicans are set up for long term. Short term, maybe not. But once all that young talent develops and they do make all their picks and make all the trades they want to make, I think this team will be a force to be reckoned with in the future. Now, yes, the only flaw to this trade, in my opinion, is losing Anthony Davis. But usually, when you trade a player at the caliber of Anthony Davis, you almost never get equal value back, and this is about as close to equal value as you possibly could have gotten if you were the New Orleans Pelicans. But now the next thing I'm beginning to that it affected is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers. Now the Lakers, although they're giving up a pretty much their entire long-term plan, they are now going in for short-term and have paired up 2 top 5, debatably when healthy, top 3 players in the entire NBA. So I mean, they automatically made the best duo in the entire league, hands down, Anthony Davis and LeBron. And me being a Pelicans fan, I got to witness firsthand how great Anthony Davis is. And since he didn't play pretty much this whole year and he doesn't make the playoffs much, I feel like he's kind of overlooked. But this dude, he blocks shots at an unbelievable rate. Like, he literally can average 3 blocks a game if he wants to. He's a beast on defense, locks up the paint. He's unguardable. And like the pick and roll, you can't guard him. Like, this dude is going to be an absolute beast with LeBron, and both LeBron and AD can take over the game on any given night. So they're probably going to win a few championships together, and if not a few, they're definitely going to win at least 1 championship together. That's just how great these 2 players are. So I mean, like, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant have nothing on LeBron and Anthony Davis. Like, that duo is just going to be unmatched. No one's going to be able to deal with that in the entire NBA. And LeBron James likes to pass the ball, so with someone like Anthony Davis on the roster, that is going to be huge. Plus, LeBron's getting older, which means Anthony Davis is going to be able to take even more of that load off of LeBron James' shoulder and help preserve his career just a little bit more and keep him a little bit healthier than he otherwise would have been. So I think this Lakers trade did help them in the short term, but in the long term, I think this could really bite them in the butt. Now, obviously, the Lakers are going for short term right here. They obviously don't care about long term in this trade. They're going for short term, and that's what they accomplished. Like, they're going to win championships, and that's what they want. They're in win now mode. They want to take advantage while they have LeBron. But once LeBron retires, I can't see this trade helping them out very much, as for the next 6 years, they don't have the rights to their first round pick. Like, the Pelicans can almost use that, like, to get whatever year they want first round pick from them. So, I mean, it's going to be very, very hard for them to get a rebuild. So after LeBron James retires in 2023, or doesn't retire, but after he leaves the Lakers to go play with Bronny most likely, or retires, whatever he does, and LeBron's going to be too old at that point to even be that good of a player. So I mean, once LeBron ages and actually shows that he is a human being and isn't the best player in the world at age 40, I mean, they're going to be really struggling to make a rebuild, as I mean, they're going to be stuck with, yes, they're going to have Anthony Davis still, because he's probably going to sign long term, but they're going to have almost no young talent, and they're not going to have any picks to build around. So their only chance would be through free agency, which they might be able to do, but I think long term this trade is really going to bite them in the butt. But like I said earlier, they weren't looking for long term, and that the Lakers also won this trade because it's most likely going to result in championship wins. But now, how did it affect the NBA as a whole? Well, now the Western Conference will almost surely have a new champion for the first time in 5 years, as it's been the Warriors for the past 5 years. That is a long time to have the same Western Conference champion. But now with Durant gone, Clay gone for pretty much the whole season, there's a chance that the Warriors actually don't win the Western Conference. So I think the Lakers will probably win the Western Conference Finals this year, and they will have a new champion out of the West, and it will actually be a new Finals matchup that everybody actually wants to see, and it's probably the most parity that we have seen in the NBA in a very, very long time. And the West is going to be more open than ever, because unlike the Warriors when they had the super team, you knew the Warriors were going to the championship before the season started. With the Lakers, yes, most likely, but it's not guaranteed. Like, there's still teams out there that I would not put it past the Lakers to lose to. So, I mean, it's not guaranteed for the Lakers, but I do think that there's a chance that they don't make it as well. So, it's going to be very, very interesting and actually fun to watch, because you're not going to know who's going to make the finals throughout the whole year already. So it's going to be very fun to watch, and I really can't wait to see that. But it also affects free agency, because now Kyrie might consider the Lakers, Kawhi might consider the Lakers, so many other people might consider going to the Lakers that wouldn't have. Some might not want to go there, some might go to the East instead of the West now. So I mean, So many variables this trade affected, and I really think it was a win-win for both the Lakers and the Pelicans, and I think the NBA got better as from this trade, as well as it added more parity to the league. Now, something that would have been very interesting to watch is if they had a healthy Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant actually went back to the Warriors, and same with Klay Thompson, he was healthy, and then we could watch a healthy Lakers squad with Anthony Davis and LeBron go up against the Golden State Warriors. I think that would be pretty interesting, but I mean, obviously we're not going to get that, but yeah, that's just a little side note I threw in there. But yeah, that's how I think it's going to affect the NBA, and I'll hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win the finals? Do you think it's going to be the Lakers? How much do you think it's going to affect the NBA? I'll hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you did like the video, any point, like button and subscribe button would mean the absolute world to me, and I hope you have a blessed day. Could have a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you in the next video. Goodbye, boo, blah, blah, blah.